Hello, everyone. Welcome back to TV Days Drama Digest, where we dive deep into the latest twists and turns of your favorite soap operas. Today, we're delving into the complex story of Clyde, Mark, and Marin, unraveling the question that's on everyone's mind: why are Mark and Marin working for Clyde? Could it be that they're trapped in a situation just as dangerous as the one Ava and Stefan faced, forced into submission by a deadly secret? Today, we'll break it all down and uncover the possibilities. In the latest episodes, the tension is mounting, and the stakes have never been higher. Viewers were taken aback when Abigail expressed her deep remorse for lying to Chad. She stood before Stefano's portrait, pouring her heart out, confessing that every decision she made was for her family. It was a gut-wrenching scene as she justified her actions, admitting that her hands were tied, and she was doing what she had to for the people she loved. The guilt that weighs on Abigail's shoulders is a mirror to the burden carried by Mark, whose mysterious behavior is beginning to raise suspicions. Let's take a closer look at Mark's situation. As we know, Mark is now the guardian of his two younger siblings, Aaron and Felicity, after their parents were tragically presumed dead in a car accident. But here's where things get interesting. Despite the outward appearance of tragedy, Mark seems to be struggling with an overwhelming sense of guilt. His cryptic conversations with Aaron and Felicity hint at something darker lurking beneath the surface. Why does Mark carry such a heavy burden of guilt, and what exactly is he hiding? There's a growing theory among fans that Clyde holds the key to this mystery. What if Mark and Marin's parents didn't actually die in that accident? What if Clyde has been holding them hostage, using their lives as leverage to control Mark and Marin? This would explain why the siblings seem so conflicted, why they're carrying out Clyde's orders even though it's clearly eating them up inside. It's a terrifying thought, but one that fits all too well into the sinister world of Salem. The emotional strain on Mark is palpable, and it's becoming clear that he's not acting out of free will but out of sheer desperation. Now, let's talk about Marin. Like Mark, she's been pulled into Clyde's web of manipulation, and the stakes couldn't be higher. It's entirely possible that Clyde has made a devastating offer to Mark, one he simply couldn't refuse: complete the mission, do everything he asks, and in return, their parents will be freed. It's a cruel game of control, with Clyde pulling all the strings. The idea that Mark and Marin's only chance of reuniting with their family rests in the hands of someone as dangerous as Clyde sends chills down our spines. And where does Abigail fit into all of this? Like Mark, she seems to be entangled in a web of secrets and lies, driven by her love for her family. While the full details of her involvement remain unclear, the parallels between her and Mark's stories are impossible to ignore. Both characters are trapped, forced to make impossible choices to protect the people they care about. They are pawns in a much larger, more dangerous game, one that could end in tragedy if they make the wrong move. As the storyline continues to unfold, one thing is certain: Clyde holds all the power. He's not just using fear to control Mark and Marin, he's using hope, the hope that they can one day reunite with their parents. It's a psychological manipulation that runs deep, forcing them to act against their own moral compass. But the real question is, how far will they go to save their family? Will they risk everything to fulfill Clyde's demands, or will they find a way to break free from his grip? And what will be the consequences of their actions? We can't help but wonder whether Clyde's promises are even real. Can Mark and Marin really trust that their parents are still alive, or is this all part of a twisted game that Clyde is playing? The emotional turmoil that Mark and Marin are experiencing is palpable, and it's clear that they are standing at the edge of a precipice, unsure of whether they'll ever see their parents again. As viewers, we're left anxiously awaiting the next episode, desperate to know how this will all play out. Will Mark and Marin find a way to turn the tables on Clyde, or are they destined to be his puppets forever? And how will Abigail's guilt play into the larger story? Could she become an ally to Mark and Marin, or is she too consumed by her own secrets to help? In the end, the story of Mark, Marin, and Clyde is shaping up to be one of the most dramatic and heart-wrenching plots we've seen in a while. The emotional stakes are sky-high, and the choices that these characters make in the coming episodes will have far-reaching consequences for everyone involved. So, what do you think? Will Mark and Marin succeed in their mission, or will they fall victim to Clyde's ruthless schemes? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.